All right, guys, so we're talking about the water and where the water came in. So this is the folder. Where, can you just point out to me how high up the water came? Just like, see that tank over there, Pete? Yeah, if you could just show me roughly where the water came into.
Right around here.
Right around there.
Right. As a matter of fact, there's a line right here.
Can we see the line?
Right here.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. So what would you just guess that to be? 10 to 12 inches?
Yes.
8 to 10 to 12?
I would say 8 to 10 inches.
Okay. And everything, what happened as a part of reconstituting the press? So everything below that line, what happened?
Everything below that line was refurbed or replaced.
Okay. So now in here we've got some computers, right?
Yes.
What did you do with the computers?
They were replaced.
All the computers were replaced in this console.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So anything that got wet, what we're saying here is anything electronic that got wet,
Right.
you guys ripped it out and replaced it.
Right. There's a computer in here called what, Tommy? Rose?
The Rose
That's
computer.
The one we replaced.
Okay. Replaced.
Completely replaced.
That's completely.
Does that have anything to do with the closed loop, or was that
No, the closed loop is a separate.
separate item? Okay, we'll get to that. All right, now we got the dryer. So in here we got insulation, right?
The dryer underneath
Yep.
has a screen with insulation
Yep.
that got wet.
Yep.
That was actually replaced by Goss.
By gosh, they came in, stripped out the old insulation, and replaced it. Okay.
Correct.
All right, so that takes care of the dryer.
Yep. That was really the only issues that were down low on the dryer.
Okay. Okay.
And everything that was done by Goss.
Okay.
Right.
So that was reconstituted by Goss International.
Correct.
To their factory spec.
Correct.
Okay.
Everything on this press, there's nothing bought,
Aftermarket.
nothing.
Okay.
Everything's right from Goss.
Original parts.
Yeah.
Originally manufactured.
All the
Yeah.
doors are open here.
Okay, good.
You can see down below.
So let's get a little closer here.
Yeah, everything looks like.
So
it's
right
in
here,
condition.
everything here looks brand new to me.
Those two solenoids were replaced because they did get wet. Even though they're airtight, we did
Yeah.
replace them anyway.
You
Okay.
can see everything looks new.
Everything looks brand new in there to me.
All the electronics.
Okay, so here's the electronics. So up top, what are those components up top?
Those are all the drives.
Those
Water
are the drive
drives,
components.
ink drive,
Okay.
and plating drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now obviously they're way above the water line,
Yes.
so no damage there.
Right.
So now as I go down, show me, just point out to me with your hand where the water was.
You can see the water line.
I can see the brown mark, but would
Yeah.
you just
the
point it
water
out?
line is
Water
right
line
here.
was
Right there.
It never made it up to any of the
Okay.
electronics.
So now just as I come in tight down here, what do we got below that line? It's just framework, isn't it?
That's all it is.
Framework. So all these electrical components up here, none of this was affected by water.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's the same in each case, right?
Yes.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I put tape. I put
Yeah, I see
markers
the
on
tape,
here.
so I'm just going to
You
come
can
in
see
on the
water
tape.
line a little more clear.
So there's the water line right there, that brown line,
Right.
okay? And we're saying everything below that line
Yes. Was replaced.
of an electronic nature was torn out and replaced
Yes.
with original manufactured parts.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Now there was talk about the AC drives. Where are the AC drives? Can you show me?
Yeah, they're about 12 feet off the ground.
Okay, so here's the mezzanine. Okay.
All the drives are up there.
Here are the AC drives up there, and I see you've opened the cabinets. So that's 12 feet above ground level.
Everything will come close to the water.
And we're already established where the water line is, which is right here.
Yep, that's where the marks
It's
are.
about 8 to 10 to 12 inches, correct?
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
You can see the actual brown mark. where the
I can
water
see
is.
it. Yeah, I can. So that's the same on all of these cabinets as I go down here.
Right.
None of these electrical components above that line were affected by water. And we're saying everything below that line
Framework.
is just framework, which of course all you can do with that is clean it. You can't really show much of the framework, but you know, you can see that there's no damage to any of that framework. It's just steel, right?
Yep.
All right, so now let's keep moving. All right, keep moving.
All the
What about
rollers,
these? I was going to say, what about
all
these?
new bearings.
These rollers were torn out
All new bearings.
and all new bearings were installed.
Correct.
All right, and Tom, you were in charge of that, right?
Yes.
You're the guy that basically did that.
All the ones that were hit with water were taken out.
Now, what about over here? What about these motors over here?
Those were all sent out and repaired.
These were all sent out and rebuilt
Yep.
to factory spec.
Yes.
Okay? And all these motors over here,
Have nothing to do with the S2000.
nothing to do with the S2000. Okay.
They were also repaired.
They were also replaced.
Yes.
Now, what about below this little catwalk here? What are we looking at here?
Okay. The motor back here,
Yeah,
that was taken out, repaired,
yeah,
and put back in.
yeah.
There's also a motor and a pump in there.
Okay.
It's taken out,
So again, anything that was below that 8 to 10 to 12-inch water line,
taken out.
taken out, repaired, or replaced.
Yes.
And if we're talking electrical components, motors and so forth, either sent out and rebuilt to factory spec or replaced,
Correct.
right? All right, now let's talk about this big drive motor here.
Sent out, both of them sent out.
Okay, now when you say sent out, to give me a little bit more detail.
They were totally rebuilt, totally taken apart, totally revarnished.
Yeah,
The
All
motors?
new
The
bearings.
the motors, yeah.
Yeah.
Even the drive belts are new.
All new encoders
All
were
Oh,
put in them.
new okay, so wait a minute. New encoders,
Right.
new bearings.
New drive
What about
belts.
the motor windings? What did you do to the motor windings?
Revarnished.
Okay,
You did
rewound
not
them.
have to rewound
You
them.
did not. You did not.
No,
okay.
because it wasn't no damage to
No
the
damage to
windings.
it. Okay.
But of course, the bearings were done. The encoders that are inside each
Yep.
motor
Yep.
did not see water. But when we did rip it apart, the owner wanted to replace
Okay.
also the encoders
And
while
new
it was
and
open.
then all new belts when you put it back
Yes.
in. All right, same true for this one.
Yep.
Okay. Now, in the event that you had to replace these motors, what would you be looking at? If you
That-
had to replace them, would we be talking 20 grand a piece?
I would say yeah.
20 to 25 grand a piece
I
if
would
you had to
say that was
replace them?
fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I said to you, Tom, I want you, I'm not happy with what you did with these motors, I want new ones. We'd go out and spend 40, 50, 60 grand, something like that, and we'd get new motors.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, in here,
Yeah,
in the bottom one,
Yeah.
there's a pump. That pump was taken out, sent out, and totally rebuilt.
and replaced, okay.
Also, in the water tank over here,
Yeah.
the AWS,
Yeah,
2 pumps taken out, sent out, replaced.
okay. All right, now what about the back of the dryer? You got fans in here, you got some electrical components in here.
Water never got up there.
Never got up there, okay?
Only the insulation.
Can we just show them that? Yeah.
Sure.
You just
That's at
point out
least-
where the water came in, like close to where that fan is?
Yeah, that water was probably about here.
Okay, well below the fan.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I can get back there. Can I get back there? Can I go back here?
Sure.
All right. What about like fiber optic cable? Is there any fiber optic cable in here?
The only fiber optic cable on the press is 12 feet on the mezzanine.
Okay, so that was never exposed to water.
And that was
These
replaced-
motors were never
that was
exposed to water.
replaced,
Oh,
though.
it was
We
replaced.
replaced
Okay.
it anyway.
Okay.
Not due to water.
Yeah. Just due to maintenance.
Yep.
All right. Can I get through here? What's this computer here?
That's for the closed loop.
And what's the story with that?
Yeah, we can open that.
Yeah. We could,
Okay, I'm just going to